Well, the UC Davis Aggies were one of the last remaining teams in the FCS last year, making a great playoff run to the quarterfinal round, and so we're excited to be joined by second-year head coach Tim Plough, the man who helped engineer that run a year ago. Tim, first of all, thank you so much for being here, and just your thoughts on kind of football being right around the corner, and you guys are going to kind of kick it off running here shortly with a big game against Mercer, but just your initial thoughts on football being back.
No, thanks for having us. This is an awesome event, and yeah, I feel like we're about to storm the beach and Saving Private Ryan right now to go to camp, so it's an exciting time. We're looking forward to it, and this is the best time being a coach is when camp starts and new season and new journey. It's going to be awesome.
New season, second year at the helm for you. What are the biggest changes you've made to your coaching style from year one to year two?
I really didn't want to change anything from a style standpoint. I tried to focus on just being consistent. You know, you can start to lose yourself when you have some success. The ego can start to kick in. But I tried to look at why were we successful. You know, I want to be consistent for the players, give everything I can to them, and hopefully we can just improve our process a little bit more so that maybe we can get over that hump.
You guys obviously will lose some very key players from a year ago. Obviously, Lan Larison, what a talent he was. Miles Hastings, some of those guys as well. But you bring back the Connors brothers, obviously. Rex Connors, the Defensive Player of the Year in the preseason. You look at Winston Williams. Just what do you like about what you guys bring back from last year's playoff run?
Yeah, I think it starts with Rex, obviously. You know, you got one of the real great players in the history of the conference. Whenever you have a guy like that on one side of the ball, you feel pretty confident that you can be successful. I feel really good about our offensive line. I don't know if they get enough credit for what they were able to do last year, but we got all 5 starters back. We got some young guys that are going to create some depth there. So even though we're going to have a new quarterback, when you have a veteran offensive line, I feel like that's really helpful. Add that with guys like Winston, the tight end position. With the Connors brothers, got a great kicker coming back. So I think we have pieces there where we can be successful, and now we got to grow in those areas where we lost some great players. But that's the fun part of coaching is every year you don't replace guys like Lan Larison, but maybe you grow the next great player, and he makes his own name. So.
Coach, we talked yesterday about Rex and what he's meant to your team and how he had opportunities to play elsewhere. What was your advice to him when he was sort of deciding, do I come back to UC Davis or do I transfer?
Yeah, I think as coaches, we got to take a little bit more of an inward look at this whole transferring thing, right? I think the first thing everybody wants to do is they want to blame it on, well, there's too much money out there, we're paying these players, it's unfair, when in reality, why don't you look at your own environment? What are you really providing for these players on a day in and day out basis? And are you providing the type of coaching and development and resources they need to be successful? And so what we try to do at Davis is let's create a great environment and somewhere where these guys want to be a part of. And I think for guys like Rex, Lan last year, okay, I get offered hundreds of thousands of dollars, but, they're looking at the big picture like, well, I can be maybe one of the greatest players ever at Davis. My number might be retired one day up in the rafters. I could win a championship at my school, and I value that more than a couple $100,000. And if I'm good enough, I'm going to make 10 times that anyways, like Lan's doing at New England, right? So I think I don't knock guys when they do leave because I don't know their financial situation. My job is to just create a good environment, coach them as best I can, and if we do such a good job at Davis that someone wants to pay them $1 million, I can recruit the next player and say, come play for us, we'll get you $1 million. So I think coaches need to look more at their environment, create a great place for the guys to be, and they'll want to stay.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your schedule as we talked about. You guys are going to kick off the season. Big one against Mercer in Alabama. It's kind of that neutral site game, week 0 game, and there's going to be a top 15 matchup as well, and then obviously a gauntlet here in the Big Sky. So your thoughts when you look at the schedule as you guys look to get back to the postseason?
Yeah, I always think of it in kind of quarters, right? Like we got to get through the first quarter there of that neutral site against a team from Georgia and the neutral site of Alabama, which doesn't feel so neutral, but that'll be a great game against a great team. And then we got 2 road games, obviously, one of them being against UW, which we know that'll be a tremendous challenge. So can we get through that first quarter, right? And then we get to come home after a bye, which will be great, and play some good teams as well. But I think whenever you want to win the Big Sky, I think I said it last year with you guys, you got to win your home games, and you got to win a weird game on the road. And when I think about our year last year, we lost 1 home game, and that cost us the conference. We won a weird game on the road against Portland State. And so we won a tough game at Montana, right? So you got to win a weird game on the road, and you got to win all your home games. So I keep telling our team, look at last year. You win all your home games, you would have won the conference. So we got to take care of our home games, and then we got to figure out a way to win those tough games on the road that Obviously, there's a big one in November in Bozeman, but that game won't matter if we don't take care of the games before that. So,
no doubt about it. Well, Coach, good luck this season. Can't wait to see how you guys do, and thanks for joining us here on the show.
Appreciate all you guys do for the conference. We're really excited for a great season. Look forward to talking with you guys more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, we're going to catch up with the UC Davis players Rex Connors and Sam Batu up next.